Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. I'm Yomesh Gupta. In this video, we'll learn how we can improve the offline experience for our users. We'll learn so by building a small features on the Devtools Tech platform and we'll eventually deploy it and see it in production. Also, if you stick around till the last, then I will show you an interesting sneak peek of a feature that is about to go live on Devtools Tech platform in some time. It's an interesting feature and I hope you'll like it. So watch out till the last. So this is the Devtools Tech platform running on my local machine right now. So here, let's say if a user is working on it and they lose internet connection, then let's see what happens. Let's simulate that. So now if I, in my network tab from no throttling, I make it offline, then it's similar to they losing internet connection, but nothing changes. There is no visual feedback. There is no intimation around this. They might be keep on working, and when they try to, run the code, then everything fails and they won't be able to see any change. They just keep seeing this loader. Now if I make it online again, then nothing else happens again, and if I let's just refresh it, and now they are back to the online state. I want to improve this experience, that when they switch to offline, then or if they lose internet connection, then there should be some visual feedback. So we'll see a couple of ways how we can improve this, and you can take this learning and apply it to your product also. If you see a bunch of good products out there, Flipkart or other companies, they tend to have similar experience where they inform the users. Let's say you have a chat app, and if you go online, then you get a message that you are offline right now. So we'll build something around that. So let's see how we can do that, and we'll learn something new along the way. We'll take a look at couple of React hooks, advanced React hooks that are often not talked about that much. So let's make it no throttling for now. Let's go back to our code. So this is the DevTools tech code on the my local right now. Let me go to this hooks, and I'll create a new hook, use online notification.jsx. Let me close this. I'll create this hook. So this is basically going to give that visual feedback, this hook. So I'm making this a hook because so that if we want to reuse it at certain places, we can. So let me just export this, and in this case what we want to do is that we want to check if the user is online. Based on that, we either show a success or error notification. Okay, now how can we do that? So in this case we can maybe use a use effect. In this case I'll show you a couple of ways how to do this. Let's first see the use effect one. So we'll have the use effect, and so we will use the this AI thing for fulfilling the everything, our autocomplete code, and let's return nothing from here. So we want to show a notification, so we will import a utility called Notif. This is built in DevTools Tech platform, and I'll create a callback which is basically going to say that if navigator.online, now this property navigator.online tells us if if it's true, that means we have internet connection. If we don't, that means we don't have the internet connection. And if I go to can I use, and I copy this and I search for this, it says global 96.99%, and we have all the major supported. So that means it's pretty good. We can use this, we can rely on this. So now if I come back to my code, we will say dot success, we'll say message you are online, else we'll say dot error you're offline. And we'll take this callback here, and in our use effect we will say window dot add event listener online, window dot add offline callback, and inside this we will basically return this, say window dot remove, window dot remove. Now we will take this, let's use this, let's go to our document here, let's call this use notification, use online notification hooks, and this is imported here. So now we are here, this is hot module reloading, so this is already present. So if from now no throttling to if I go offline, then see we are getting this notification now, oh no, you are offline. And if I zoom in, I'll show you, here we have the notification, and if the user comes back online again, then see we get another notification which says yeah, you are online. So we built this use online notification, a simple custom hook, and in this we are setting all the event listeners and basically showing a notification. What if we want to take it a step forward? What we want to have a more expressive UI, more prominent UI. So let's see how we can do that. So in this case, what we are going to do is that we'll create another hook which will say use online status .jsx. This will, as the name suggests, this will give us the status rather than showing a notification. So let's see how we can use that status to make certain changes. So we will have use online status, and we will export it right away. Now this use online status, we want to calculate the same value, the navigator.online, or basically determine it and return it. So rather than using a use effect here, we will use another hook called use. So this is I think it's gone now, that this copilot was showing us use effect and use state solution. We will use another hook which is called useSyncExternalStore. And if you see the React documentation for it, so this is a hook which is an advanced hook and it's rarely used. It says that useSyncExternalStore is a React hook that lets you subscribe to external store, and basically it is useful when you want to subscribe to external stores, maybe Firebase or something, maybe you want to have some custom logic, maybe for server side rendering it is good, and for browser API, let's say local storage, IndexedDB, you want to have web sockets or any sort of connection subscription you want to maintain, then this hook is useful in that case. And we will use this and we'll see what is the API here, how to use this, and how it's beneficial in our case. Now if we see the reference here, it says that use sync external store takes 3 parameters: subscribe, get snapshot, and get server snapshot, which is optional for now. And if we go to the parameters here, it says subscribe. If we understand what these parameters are, subscribe, the first parameter says it's a function that takes a single callback argument and subscribe it to the store. When the store changes, it should invoke the provided callback. So basically this subscribe method is going to get one argument which is going to get callback, and whenever we want to re-render, whenever our subscription, let's say we are listening to the online offline state, if it changes, then we need to call this callback, and React will re-render and it will get the latest value from get snapshot, and the optional value is get server snapshot. This is for SSR. Now let's see how we can use this. So in our case, first what we are going to do is we are going to create these all 3 methods. So first one is subscribe to online status. It's going to take a callback here. We'll have the same logic here that we're going to add a event listener. If it's online, then we are going to call the callback. If the state changes to offline, then we are going to call the callback. And when we are going to return a function which is a cleanup function, basically in which we are going to remove this event listener. Now the next one is get online snapshot, maybe we want to call it, and in this case we are going to return navigator.online, basically the property which will tell what is the current status, is it online or if it's offline. Now if I use this, we can directly use this. We can say what we can say, I forgot, use sync external store, and we are going to pass the first one, subscribe method, subscribe to online status, and then we will pass get online snapshot. So now this the value for this would be either true or false, and depending on our situation, let's say if we are online, this callback will be called, React will call get online snapshot and it will return true. And if it's false or if it's online, then again this callback will be called, React will call get online snapshot and it will return false. Now let's see how we can use it. So in this case, rather than using this, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to say is online, and we'll say use online status. This will be imported at the top, and at the body what we are going to do is we are going to say style, or rather than style we can have a class name which is going to be if it's online, then we are not going to have anything, or if it's offline, then let's say we'll add a class of offline. And if I go to my global CSS, I will just define it. I'll say offline filter grayscale 1, and if I go back to my UI, so it's right now breaking because this app is server rendered, so it's saying missing get server snapshot, which is required for server rendered content. So let's implement this. We will go back, we will say get on server online snapshot, and in this we will just simply return true, because on server the default value would be true, that we are online. And we will take this, will pass as the third argument. So now when we come back, we see that it is getting rendered because we added the server one. And if we go to our network tab again, and now if we change from no throttling to offline, then you see this whole section is grayed out. I mean, it's still interactable, we can still interact with it, but it is all grayed out because we added a filter of grayscale offline 1. Let's see how we can make it further better. So let's do one thing. I'll create a component called offline banner. From this I'm going to return flex. Have I imported flex? Yes. So we have the flex here. Let's say the direction would be column, justify center, align center. Let's do that. Maybe a gap of 20 pixels. Let's have some styling also. We'll say position fixed, top 0, left 0, right 0. This is fine. So rather than 100%, we'll say 100 view height, 100% of the viewport, then 100% of the 100 VH and 100 VW. We don't need padding. Let's have a background color, but let's do RGBA. 0 comma 0 comma 0, 0.8 maybe, or 6. In this case color white is good, and we have a large z index. So basically I want to show some text when we are offline. So inside this we'll have a title with the order of 1. Okay, you will have better text than the AI one. Your device appears to be offline. Then we'll have a text. Did we import the text also? No, we did not. So we'll have the title, we'll have the text, and if we go down we say please check your internet connection and try reloading the page. Let's have a size of large maybe. Now if I come back, I make this online. Let's refresh this. So we are online now, and if I go to my offline mode, we don't see anything because because we are not rendering it. We take this offline banner, we come to our children. Let's do something like if it's online. So yeah, see, this is showing negate condition. I don't like this. This is more cognitive load, that if not online then show this. So sometime AI gives you this, this kind of code. So a better condition would be if is online, then we will show null. If it's online, then we'll show null. We don't want to show anything if it's null. If it's not online, then we'll show the offline banner. So I'll come back here, I'll go to no throttling, I'll just refresh this, and if I go to offline, then see we are getting this nice look where everything is grayed out, and we get this banner which says your device appears to be offline. So let's make this a bit better. So this banner is showing up, but what if user wants to dismiss this and they want to copy the code and store somewhere? Though Devtools Tech platform retains the code, but still let's say user wants to copy. So right now this is not, we can't dismiss this. So let's add that functionality. So I'll make it online for now. I'll go back here to my offline banner. What I'm going to do is that you can use a use state. I'm going to use something provided by Mantine UI, which is I'm using here, use disclosure. This gives us one variable, which is the current state and handlers. So let's say right now the default state is true. So if it's open, or we can also call it visible if you want, doesn't make a difference. Visible, if it's visible, then we are going to show something else. We are going to return null. Basically if it's visible, then we are going to render our screen, else will null. Now we want a dismiss button, so we can say action icon, which is provided by Mantine. We will say icon X from our icon library. We will say size maybe 30 pixels, SX, or in this case, is it self-closing? I don't remember. We can have a SX here, which is going to be position fixed, top 20 pixels, and right 20 pixels. Let's make the color white, and maybe cursor pointer. If we, and handlers, what we can do is that on click, this should close, handlers.close. This should close our this pop-up. If I go to my network tab, if I make it offline, we see this, we get this close. If I click on this, then see it's disabled. We can interact with it and we can close. And if I make it online again, then we are online. And if we go back, if it's offline, then we'll get this pop-up again, and if I make it online, then this is disabled. It's all gone. We are online now. So we can use a combination of these. We can show the screen, we can show the notification and everything. So let me just push this and then we'll see the demo on production. So this is the production here, Devtools.tech. Our feature is deployed now. And if I go from no throttling to offline, then we see our banner that we just created. And if I click on close here, then the banner is hidden, and if we go online, then we remove our grayscale class also, we are back online. And if I go to offline again, then we see the banner again. So if you're still here, then I'll show you and I'll give you a exclusive sneak peek into what's coming to DevTools Tech platform. In our organization, when we code, then we get feedback from our peers, we get some sort of PR review, and that help us learn new things or improve our code. Similarly, when we are doing interview prep, we are solving questions, then some sort of helper to guide us or to assist us would be nice. Now, to in that direction, using the AI, I've added a new features to the platform, that would be a new tab called code review. Basically, this, as if we read the descriptions here, it says code as usual, receive smart feedback, supercharge your interview preparation with AI driven contextual feedback. And this is in early beta, so right now things might break. And I'm not supporting streaming right now, so it might seem a bit slow, but let's say if I click on generate code review, then there would be this loader. So basically the code you write is sent to an LLM which I am running on my own, and the AI model will go through your code, and based on this it will give you feedback. Like here, if we see here, then it will give you what's the review, type checking, performance and everything, and it will provide you suggestions and some explanations like what changes the AI model is suggesting you and why you should do them. And also for all the programming question, this would be available for HTML ones, for React ones, for vanilla JavaScript. And there are a few AI models that I'm running on my own on my server, and so based on their, and right now it's just one way, that you click on generate code review and you'll get this review. Eventually I am planning to make it a conversational, that you can ask questions here also. Maybe the model suggests you something or some feedback, you can counter question, you can ask why is this, why is that, how can I use this, maybe about the platform, maybe model will help you install dependencies, and the possibilities are endless. Obviously this is an early beta and it's an expensive thing to run on the server, so I'm not sure for how long I would be able to support this feature, but let's see. And it would be out soon. So this is the end of the video. I hope you were able to learn something new today. I want you to take this learning and implement this offline experience, or maybe take it a step further and implement something more advanced in your app or in your product. Also, if you see any value in it, if you want to support the platform, then do like, share and subscribe. Do share this video with your friends, your colleagues, in your company, on your social platforms. There are a couple of links on the screen. If you want to practice, you can use devtools.tech/practice. If you want to practice with me, you can use the TopMate link. I have already helped a lot of folks crack crack interviews of big companies, Razorpay, Cred, Hotstar, Salesforce, Uber, with 50 lakhs, 60 lakhs, 40 lakh packages. So if you want to help me, or just want to talk, or just want to have a chit chat, you can book a session on TopMate. So till next time, see you, take care, bye bye.